Hi folks, I want to talk about an issue today with respect to people you should probably watch out for in shit hits the fan and just life in general, and a trait that you should try not to perhaps emulate in yourself and not encourage in others. There was a movie called The Mist that many people might have seen, and within that movie there was a woman. All these people were, a very implausible narrative. Something about a portal to another world opens up and these weird insect-like things sort of take over the planet, start killing everybody. So, implausible plot, but nonetheless, the film really was more about how people would act in groups, in group dynamics, in a disaster scenario like that. And what you have is this woman who's really sort of egging everybody on. Everybody wants answers. Everybody wants to know what's going on and stuff like this. Everybody's looking for an explanation. And of course, there's this woman who's a firm believer in the Christian belief system, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it was the zeal with which she sort of galvanized people towards the end of pretty much trying to sacrifice people so that the monsters wouldn't come and eat them. That's pretty much what it amounted to. And any sort of fundamentalism, I don't care what it is dangerous. And I have nothing against religion. I actually believe that in some ways, and I don't want anybody to, can you please just watch the whole video and try to just listen to what I have to say. If you're a Christian person, try to turn the other cheek and, do as Jesus would do unto others, that whole golden rule type thing. Try to apply it for this 5-10 minute video. Now, I welcome religious belief, so long as it's, there's no proselytizing and, trying to push your religion on other people, especially in an aggressive way and in an absolutist way where you basically are, being very directive in what people should do. It's not Christian to force Christianity on anyone, and that's the whole paradox. It's not, and of course, I don't want people to, somebody on here is going to say Jesus this and Allah that, and, I hope we can just sort of keep the discussion rationally minded, but it seems like you just can't with some people, and these are the people you got to watch out for. Because if you think it sounds crazy now, just wait until there's no rule of law and everybody's looking for some code of conduct in order to behave. That's going to come to the surface in a very strict and rigid way. And there will be human sacrifices. There will be different sort of, archaic punishments exacted on people of different belief systems. And you have these fundamentalists who come on my videos, and it's okay to read the Bible. I know Seller 459, I can't remember exactly, forgive me about that, but forget exactly what the channel's title name is, but you know what, he talks about the Bible and stuff sometimes, but he doesn't try to push it down anybody's throat. He doesn't try to, he doesn't go on videos and preach the gospel and stuff like that. He has his belief system, and I respect that belief system. I respect the fact that he has it and that he talks about it even. It's okay to talk about it and to, even sort of talk about how that might play into your whole ethics and morality in a shit hits the fan or preparedness type scenario. That's fine. I totally am for that. And I actually think that religion is sort of a hedge against the whole NWO, globalist, uber secular, amoral society that we're sort of heading into. this dystopian sort of world that we find ourselves hurtling towards. So I do think that many aspects of religion can be a buffer against that, especially the ones that embrace the family unit. I agree with that. The people you need to watch out for are these people who just come on here and start, yammering on about Jesus this and Allah that, and just, really unnecessary sort of prophesizing to others. And this is the kind of stuff that worries me most, because that whole cult-like mentality, it's one thing to have it, as a sort of pillar of your whole self. Spirituality is definitely an essential component. Your belief system, whether it's science or evolutionary biology or Sikhism or Jainism, Buddhism, Christianity, whatever it might be, it's a fundamental pillar of your holistic person. It's a fundamental pillar of the human being. It's something we all need. But to make it the entire foundation of your being, I think, is very dangerous. And these are the kind of people you're going to want to watch out for. These are going to be the lynch mob leaders. They're going to be the evangelical, what's the word I'm looking for? A society essentially ruled by religion. Religious dictatorships, in a sense. That's what you're going to have, and that's very dangerous to have. And in that movie, because people are so vulnerable when don't have their needs met, their basic needs met. If you go to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, when those needs aren't met on any level, there's vulnerabilities there. And when somebody comes at it like as if they know they have answers to all the problems, and they come at it in such a passionate and confident way, people are going to believe that, and people are going to perhaps do things that are very inappropriate in the name of religion, or in the name of not even necessarily religion, but just absolutism. Even ideology, if not religious, be it any sort of bigoted viewpoint, like any racially charged cult or whatever the case might be, these are all dangerous stances to take. And, if you want to do that, then you'll have to suffer the consequences for it. I'm not going to say I don't condone it, because, you're free to be as much of a bigot or a zealot as you want, but prepare to reap the consequences of doing so. I believe that what I would like to see, and call this rainbow fantasy or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I would love to see Muslims, Christians, atheists, Buddhists, whatever, being able to discuss things and agree, and not necessarily agree, but agree to disagree, to have dialogue. Why is that so difficult? Why must people insist on having things their way? At the end of the day, you are just another ape on a rock spinning in space with an opinion. And you also have an asshole, and everybody has one of those too. So how about you just, lay off on the I'm right, you're wrong type mentality, and just try to embrace difference. Try to be tolerant, and beyond tolerant, try to embrace. Try to see other people's perspectives and recognize that you are a fallible human being, that your mind is not, that you don't know everything. There's something called epistemology, and it's the study of the pursuit of knowledge and how we know things and whether or not we can know things. take a philosophy course. If your faith is so strong, then, it shouldn't be bothered by looking at other perspectives. Anybody who's absolutist, to the degree to which somebody is absolutist is the degree that they will be dangerous. I don't care if they're the most, passionate patriot or passionate anarchist or libertarian or whatever the hell it is you want to hear, even if passionate, socialist or, free all the people, nobody should be slaves. Doesn't matter what the passion is. If it's not open to debate, beware. Be very careful of these individuals, because it's not going to happen right away. It's going to take some social breakdown and chaos before it really plays into the whole scheme of things. But it will. Once people start organizing themselves into groups and looking for explanations, shit's going to go down in a bad way. So let me know what you think about this, and by all means, ignorantly just dislike the video and, seek to, just sort of troll me if you want. But, that's your prerogative, whatever it is you're going to get out of that, well, I suppose what goes around comes around. Or like the video and have some discussion with me about this topic. Thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out.